My dad's heart stopped beating as I watched him take his final breath. I let go of his hand and walked out of the SF General Hospital ICU room. All my life until now, I thought that death only happened to other people, other families, never me. But that reality was quickly shattered. It was life's way of telling me, wake the fuck up. The moment I walked out of that ICU room, I made a choice that from this day forward, I would be sober. And that decision has been the best decision of my life. Damn, I hate being sober. I'm a small guy. I had so many fucking reasons to go towards drugs besides the obvious, that my dad had just died. I had so many reasons. I was a landlord now. I had responsibilities that come with that. I was the oldest. I was burdened with the most responsibilities. I was still a teenager. And I had to learn how to work this all out. And my dad never signed a will. With all of that, I was stressed that the creditors would take away our rental house. It was very stressful. By all statistics, I should not be sober right now. I was in the perfect situation, the perfect environment to turn to drugs. And I had all the excuses to. But why didn't I? That is what we are here to find out. It's a little scary for me to share this information out there, but I know that this is gonna help somebody. My history with drugs spans way back to when I was 15 years old, sophomore year of high school. My best friend at the time already had a habit forming with alcohol, and his best friend, my best friend's best friend, had a developing alcoholic problem already. By the way, my best friend's best friend owns Charles Manson's family home. Weird, right? Not to mention all my friends and me were in an art school. So my environment was very drug-centered as a developing teenager. In school, the artists that I listened to were like Chief Keef, Kodak Black, Lil Pump. These people put drugs on a pedestal. Drugs were cool. Drugs were what the cool kids did. Drugs is what got the girls. So I had all these reasons to go towards it. And boy, did I go towards it. In high school, I became a very heavy drug user. So ages 15 to 18, all the way to senior year, I got really heavily into drugs. I became dependent on marijuana to sleep, and I became dependent on alcohol to be social and to feel comfortable around other people. When I graduated high school, I went to college, and in college, I turned the drug dial down from 10 to 5, but I was still relying on drugs to help me go to sleep, and drugs were heavily affecting my mental state. So the day my dad died, I wasn't exactly sober. Drugs were my crutch, but I was blessed by my dad with the skill and teaching of meditation. Meditation helped me get through that period of grieving my dad's death without the help or use or crutch of any drugs at all. I grieved his death completely sober. But meditation was only one of the tools, and what I like to call inner tools, that was in my toolbox. So in this video, let's explore some of my inner tools and what tools I have in my toolbox. I'm gonna share them with you guys today. And maybe it can help you be sober, because being sober is awesome. Being sober, you find your organic happiness. You find your organic comfortability and centeredness in yourself. You find your organic confidence, and you find your organic truth. So you can be yourself in big groups of people. You can be yourself with whoever you want. You can be yourself when you start a relationship. You can start a relationship, an intimate relationship, really, really clean and really, really real. And you never have to feel like you need to rely on a magic pill, because magic pills don't exist. So I want to keep the video short. I know you guys all know what meditation is. Really quick, meditation is really not trying to do anything. Simply breathing in deeply from your nose and exhaling from your mouth, or breathe however you like to breathe, but breathe. and pay attention to your breathing. And don't try to resist thoughts that come up. It's all okay. It's just focusing on your breath, because that's what keeps you alive, and giving it some attention, giving your life some attention. Quite literally, giving your life some attention. The next tool that is in my toolbox, and this one worked so well for me, was positive brainwashing. So at night, I'd repeat in my head, alcohol is poison, alcohol is disgusting, I hate alcohol, I hate alcohol. Like, I'd literally go through this phrase over and over again in my head. And when I saw alcohol, when I was offered alcohol by my friends or pressured into it, I looked at the thing and like all those nights of repetitively brainwashing myself, like saying alcohol is poison, kind of got triggered when I saw the beer, when I saw the alcohol. It helped me see it for what it is. It helped me kind of cut the value of this is something that I should put into my body. Next tool I used were alternatives. This is a great tool to work with. My alternatives were tea and music. Both of those can be like drugs. Tea really helped me, and music was like a drug. I listened to so much music that related to my grieving experience, and it really helped me through. You may have some alternatives. A good alternative is alternative that in the long term won't hurt you, is long lasting, and doesn't hurt your health. The next tool I used was a healthy obsession. A healthy obsession is something that you love to do and that you can obsess about. For me, it was making videos. I was obsessed with that, as well as researching business. I am now a business owner, and it's something that I am obsessed about getting to know and learn and fill in my brain with this knowledge. So I was obsessed with these specific interests that I knew would 10 years down the road benefit my life. I really thought about things long term. So I had a healthy obsession with video editing, storytelling, business. I was obsessed with this stuff. I'd read about it, I'd research it. That kept me distracted from having to think, oh, I need drugs. Oh, I feel sad right now. The next tool in my toolbox, physical activities. Oh my God. This is so underrated. Like, this got me through so much. My amazing friend offered me a full semester of free yoga classes. So I did yoga and I was exercising and I went on runs. The physical activity, so great for the mental health. It helped me so much. After working out, I got that natural workout high. You don't need drugs, you feel great. And then the last tool in my toolbox was expression. Part of making these videos is I can express myself verbally. You know, I take my inner world and I put it into words and I put it out there into the real world. Expression has been so important in my life. Part of my expression is guitar and filming and also writing. So when I expressed myself and how I was feeling sad, depressed, completely hopeless, this was much better than suppressing it or numbing it with drugs. See, when you take drugs and you numb your feelings, you become like a bomb almost, or a pressure pot, just waiting one day to explode. So letting myself express myself hurts in the moment. It did. It was painful. It's harder than you think to express yourself. But in the end, you're releasing steam, getting something off your chest and out of your mind and out there into the world where the energy can be dispersed and handled better. So expression, so you don't hold back all these feelings. So that is how I've been sober all these months, a year now. So far, how I feel is great. I still have anxiety, I still get nervous, and I still have days when I'm sad. But I've gone through a full year of highs and lows, and I've seen that I don't even feel like chasing a high anymore, because I'll naturally get a high just from life itself. Life is a trip in itself. And to go any higher with the assistance of like a drug, I mean, that's a little scary to me now. Like, whoa, I'm already getting so high off life. Like, I get blissed out sometimes. I don't need something to take me any higher than that. what it takes to be sober. What does it take? It takes discipline and structure and tools, like I said. And it takes just some patience and time. You have to break through that 2-month period. You gotta just do it. You just have to go cold turkey. And then you start reaping the benefits. Then you start feeling. Then your brain just starts working better. Science is just science. If you're chasing a high, it means you're low. And if you get high, what did Newton say? What goes up must come down. It applies to everything else, not just physical objects. If you're getting a little high, you're eventually gonna have to go low. I mean, even love is like that. I fell in love, but I was sober. I'm so happy I was sober. For a lot of people, drugs messes up that whole love process. Fell in love, was in love. It's a high. It is a high. There's no denying it. Like, feel fucking awesome. But then I had to move forward. I had to move on. I had to let go. That's the low. That's the crash. So just think of drugs like it's like energy. Drugs will take you completely in one direction, like a pendulum. And you have to accept and be okay with the fact that you're gonna get a rebound. But when you're sober, then your life is more pure. Then you start making choices with less distortion of your reality field. Last of all, I think going sober is not something that you have to do, or that you need to do. It's something that you want to do. If you want to do it, then do it. If you don't, then don't. But if you choose and you make that decision to go sober, then do it. And just go full on. Don't go halfway. Just do it. And it has to be something that you really, really want. And it is the best choice that you can possibly make. It's the most successful choice. If this life is a game, taking magic potions and all these little cheap things and shortcuts, they don't work at winning the game. When you're sober, you can be successful. And I've been successful sober. Much more successful than when I was on drugs. I've been rocking it. I'm so proud of myself and I'm so impressed with myself, just organically being myself. So it's amazing. Being sober is awesome. Just try it. And I know a lot of you out there are sober. Build a whole relationship on sobriety, on a clean slate, on just being yourself. You can be with other people and make each other happy just being yourself. How cool is that? You don't need any help, any assistance, any crutches. Do it. All right. Peace.
Is this thing on? Word.
So what, we get drunk. So what, we smoke weed. We're just having fun. We don't care who sees.
Steve Jobs used to ask his employees, how many times did you say no today? How many times did you say no to something that you really, really, really wanted to do with all your heart, soul, and essence, but decided to say no to because you had to focus on something that was important in the present moment? So right now, just take a look at your life and mull it over. And are there some things in your life that you could say no to, that you could cut out of your life completely, and then focus on what matters? Focus on what you're actually doing. If you're in a conversation, you're talking about something irrelevant, say, whoa, guys, why are we talking about this? Is this relevant to my life right now? That is the power of no. It's a word to help you conserve your energy, which is good.
So what, we go out.
Let me get a lighter.
That's how it's supposed to be.
'Cause you know I'm high as fuck.
Living young and wild and free.
Fire's amazing. It's alive, and it chose to ally with humans for some reason. It benefits us. We know how to work with it. For the most part, fire hurts animals, kills them, burns them alive. But fire is kind to us, keeps us warm, brings us energy, cooks our food. So, thank you, fire.
So what? I keep 'em rolled up, sagging my pants, not caring what I show. Keep it real with my niggas, keep it playing for these hoes. It look clean, don't it? Washed it the other day, watch how you lean on it. Eat me some 501 jeans on it, roll joints bigger than King Kong's fingers, and smoke them hoes down till they